daily earlier on. If you really want to have a feel of what's happening globally, it's best you have a complete view of every single thing that is happening in every single city. Right now, I want you to type the name of your city. For those of you that were here in the morning, you would have already known the instructions. Type in the name of your city where you are watching us from, so that I can remind you of what we did in the morning at 10 a.m. And in the evening, we are going to have another sharing like this at 7 p.m. But if you were here in the morning, you will know why we did this. Because we had to take the oranges and measure it, because we want to know the entire length of the orange, and we wanted to also know the diameter. We wanted to know the circumference of the orange, because this is a practical maths and science class. So those of you that saw the orange in the morning, it was like this. We measured it from here all the way down here with a string and put it next to a ruler to be able to know exactly. And then we measure half of it. So whatever measurement you make from this particular position all the way here, you divide it by 2. When you divided it by 2, you take that half of that and then measure it. So if it's 10 divided by 2, 5, measure it and then mark 5 here, mark 5 here, mark 5 here. You make 4 points, and then you take the knife and cut it into 2 equal halves. And then you have this, one half and the other half. And if you were key stage 1, you were supposed to draw it, period. Draw it and paint it using the right color. If you were key stage 3, you were supposed to draw it, color it, and label it. You tell us what the scientific name of this is. You tell us what the scientific name of this inner layer is. You tell us what this spoke-like things here, like bicycle wheel is here. You're supposed to do that. And then the second thing you were supposed to do, if you were in the morning, you would have heard this. But for the interest of those that are just joining us this afternoon, I don't know what you were doing in the morning, because this is lockdown learning. You would have also repeated the same experiment. Take a tiny thread, place it here and extend it all the way here, and then measure it. When you measure it, divide that by 2. If you divide anything by 2, that means you're half in it. And then put a mark here of that measurement by 2, another mark here, another mark here. So your goal is to cut it into 2 equal halves. 2 halves. 1 half, 1 half. That makes the whole one. So that's explaining fraction to us in key stage 1, fraction in key stage 2, and later we're going to cut that again. So that was how it was in the morning, and we cut it. And we told you not to do anything about this, because all of this contain one vitamin that helps you fight any infection. Remember, the only reason why all the schools are closed is because they do not want anybody to get infection from another person or spread the infection around the school. And therefore, students take it home and go and spread it to their parents and their grandparents at home. What we said earlier, the offers we made earlier, anyone that is a staff of the National Health will get free access to all our teachings, to all our trainings throughout the entire period of lockdown. So if you have a National Health Service worker or any health worker, any nurse, any doctor, any physiotherapist, any of the allied health professions you know of, click on share now. Share it to them so that they know this. They are going to get a free, 100% free access to every single thing we're doing, every teaching we're training, every teaching we're giving, so that the children do not just miss out, but they are blessed by it. So don't forget what I said in the morning, what you need to do to be able to get a free copy of this. This is £19.99. you're going to get it from Amazon, or if you are getting at normal times, but we're not living at normal times, so you're going to get it for free. You need to remember what I said in the morning. If you didn't watch the morning episode, go now to your Facebook timeline and share the morning episode that we gave at about 10 o'clock. Go back and check and share it. And if you didn't watch the morning episode, make sure that the 7 o'clock episode for more for higher students and for entrepreneurs and for professionals, you must watch the 7 o'clock one, because there are things I'm going to say at the 7 o'clock I don't have time to say now, because this is directed as students and young entrepreneurs. So how you're going to get this, that's all explained there. What this is a chemistry. You're going to use specific ingredients to be able to create your own hand gel, or what is now popularly known as sanitizer. Your hand gel, it used to be used only for surgeons, used by surgeons, but now you have to use it. You don't have to be a surgeon. You mustn't be, if you're a member of the human race, you have to use it now, because you do it like that, and you rub it and rub it, and then you go this way, and then this way, and then you rub it. Why do you rub it? Because you want to make sure that there is no virus in your hand that comes with you inside the house. Once you're entering the house, you use it. But we are going to show you how to make yours. You are going to make your own sanitizing gel, alcohol-based, very, very virucidal. It kills viruses. This one will kill any virus. I bet you me. But it's chemically proven. You will make your own that will kill viruses, and you demonstrate it to them, and you demonstrate to everybody how to kill a virus. We'll show you how to kill a virus using the hand sanitizer. And then for the entrepreneurs, you're going to get hold of this, because most people don't know about why the virus came. If you don't understand why the virus came and where it spread from, you will understand that, because I'm going to need you to go through this and understand the Chinese culture, Chinese entrepreneurial journey, and how Huawei became a billionaire. Makes phones. What leadership is, because any time of crisis, anytime there's trouble, anytime there's a problem, it is an opportunity. We will make this available to you. Not e-copy. We're going to make e-copies available to some people, but primarily you can get the hard copy. This is hard copy for everyone that is a young entrepreneur or the final year students of any degree program that has now been sent home. We'll tell you what to do with this so that you are able to accomplish and exceed whatever you ever dreamt of. Now, this is today's edition of China Daily. I will share this copy with you today, tomorrow, and the day after. If you are not on Twitter, you will have to pay £1.50 to get your copy. But I want to make it available to you for free, 100% free. How do you get it free? Go on my Twitter page now. Go on my Twitter page, and it's there. There's a link there. I'll give it to you. The contents of China Daily. You will know exactly what's happening in China. People that have been, in lockdown for 52 days. What did they do? How were they able to survive it? I want to make that available to you every morning at 7:30 a.m. I'll make it available to you. So by 10 o'clock, when we meet in the morning, we will discuss what is there, and I will tell you what specific articles you're going to read, the sporting articles for those of you that love sports, what the Chinese are thinking about sports, and how they were able to conquer various aspects of life that people never knew was possible. 52 days off school, they tell you that. That's the Chinese newspaper that gives us the latest information about China, no matter where you are. Even if you don't understand a word of Mandarin, you can know everything that is happening now in China. China Daily will make that available to you. Then for the American friends, this is the New York Times. Look at it. Monday, March 20th, 2020. Essentially, the view of the Americans and how the Americans are dealing with the current crisis. Some people say it's crisis, others say it's opportunity. We will be able to share that with you. That is the New York Times. Then this is the London Times. It gives us a synopsis of everything that is happening in Europe, how the Europeans are coping with it, and what is happening in London at the same time. So what you need to do now is type in the box what city you are in, because we're going to come up with a map of the world tomorrow, and we're going to show you the location of Wuhan. Wuhan is a place in China where the virus was first detected on planet Earth. No other city in the world has had the number of infections as they've had in Wuhan. And how were the people in Wuhan able to stay alive? Because some people are saying, oh, so we're going to die, everybody's going to... No. This is not the old plague that killed very many people in 4 AD. Some people are making reference to 4 AD, others are making reference to 1918. No parallels. Please do not let anybody misinform you. This particular times has no parallel. So that's the reason why we need to stay informed and keep you posted every day, 3 times a day. At 10 a.m. in the morning, particularly for key stages 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, we'll give you some tasks to do. And those doing an A-level, IB, we'll also give you information. Don't switch off learning. You can't switch off learning. We are organically designed to learn. So we will also tell you essentially what is new and what is useful and what is hype. We told you in the morning there are some things you need to do. You're going to get the Combat Corona t-shirt, and we're going to make that available to you for free. But you need to do what we ask you to do. So it's going to go into the special EIA private page on Facebook and the link on Twitter. We're going to make you know. If you are not on Twitter, you need to get on Twitter immediately. If not, you will not get the desired links that you need to work on. If you're on Facebook, fine. If you are on Instagram, great, because we're going to share that on Instagram. And then, if you're on Periscope, we'll also share that with you. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You're helping yourself, because our channel has been in existence for over 10 years. I'll tell you something about the channel. We put in there information that will transform you from being someone that scores and gets 50% in your test to somebody that takes 100% for granted. There are tricks, special tips that we made available there. Number 1, you go to your school and you pick up your textbook and you see things in 1 dimension or 2 dimensions. Here, we will make this available to you. This is what? Thanks to Skype. This is virtual reality. You will be able to see microscopic, tiny substances with your naked eye. And what you need to do will show you exactly, essentially, how to. Yes, look at this. This is, I'm deconstructing. I've never done this. I've never done this before. I didn't do this in the morning. So can you see how it goes? How the virtual reality works? Look at the sign. Look at what you need to follow here. You just slide in any mobile phone. It can be an iPhone, an Android, any mobile phone, or if I any mobile devices. And hooray, there is a new version coming out now that is able, you're going to see this, that is able to even use tablets. So you will see things in 3 dimensions, 4 dimensions. You'll be able to hold, touch them, and augmented reality is as if the virus is really in your house. So you'll be able to see what the virus looks like, what the bacteria looks like, and what microorganisms look like. If you hated science and you're an adult, we're going to make it fun for you, because science is nothing to do with textbooks. Science has nothing at all whatsoever, take it from me, to do with the classroom. You can't understand science in the classroom. You can't understand science from a textbook. You understand science from observation, lab. And the biggest lab you can think of is the kitchen. That's why last night, yesterday, we did all our chart from the room. But now we came down to the kitchen to show you the relevance of what happens in the kitchen to every chemistry class. Every chemistry class. I'm saying this without any fear of contradiction. If you understand chemistry, you will understand cooking. If you understand cooking, you understand chemistry. So we're going to show you more of that. And somebody is going to win this. And the President of the United States of America made a comment about an antiviral medication. Chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine. Those are big words that we are going to break down for you. Why did the President of the United States make any comments about chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine? And what do they contain? You will hear the full details. You will hear the scientific facts. You will hear the mechanism of the medication in terms of impacting your body. You will understand everything, therefore you will not fear. Ignorance breeds fear. Information gives you power. I want you to write that down. Ignorance. If you want to be afraid, operate in ignorance. If you want to be empowered, operate with clear understanding based on facts, factual information. It will make you feel so relaxed, and you will understand that this is not a crisis time. This is a real opportunity time. So close down the school, and then you are still learning. Then you're going to win the memory stick, and in here we're going to have books worth about £250. So we'll tell you how you can win this. You win this. It's not mine. I'm going to give it to you. It was given to me so that I can share it with all of you. And what is this? What do you need this for? If you are drinking any hot drink, this is a special pad that goes straight, captures the cup, and you're able to drink it without hurting yourself. And I told you yesterday, for those of you that joined the early broadcast, you will also need this for your tablets, for your camera, for your phones. Be it an iPhone that requires Lightning, or a micro USB, or a Type-C. This is one cable that everybody needs and everybody is going to use to charge all their devices. So if you ever have a phone and you wanted to charge your phone, this is an easy one. You're going to win this because we're going to give this away. And we've got some power banks. Yes, we've got some power banks that we're going to make available to you. So what you need to do now, the task I've given you this morning, I want to make sure that you submit it. If you are an excellence in education parent or pupils, you know exactly what to do. You know the homework email address that you're going to send it to. If you are not, then you need to go on our website and click on register online, and we'll be welcoming you. If you are the son or the daughter of a nurse or of a doctor or any healthcare provider, be it in the private sector or in the public sector, because of your frontline position, we are making available to you all our resources 100% free. So if you can demonstrate to us that you're a key worker working in the health sector, you will get 100% of everything that EIE parents and people take for granted for free. So please, I need you to right now those of you that have not tapped in your city, I want you to tap your city because I need to see it. I need to see all your cities tapped in. I need to see every single person getting active. I don't want you to be passive. I don't want you to just be watching. This is not a television program. This is a learning program. It's a very important learning program. I want you to type in the city. I'm not seeing you. I want you to type in the city you're located in so that I will know the range. And when it comes to the geography test or geography game, because we're going to play a game of how far Wuhan is, I want you to type Wuhan. If you have ever heard about Wuhan before, type Wuhan and the nation that Wuhan is. Wuhan is WUHN. I want to type it on your Facebook. If you're on Twitter, I want you to type it under comments. If you're on Instagram, I want you to type it there. If you're watching this on YouTube, type under comment what city you are in first, and secondly, type in what country you think Wuhan is. Please type it in now as soon as possible because we need to know where you are watching from and then be able to relate to it very quickly. Is everybody doing that? Good. Great. I can see some responses here. Let's recap on what we said before and what you're going to do in the evening at 7 p.m. No matter where you are on planet Earth, we've chosen this time based on different cities' time zone. If you tell me your city, I will accommodate your time zone. We will be able to accommodate your time zone. If you don't know your city and you just watch passively, you're doing the wrong thing. Learning is interactive. Learning is not a flow of knowledge from one place to the other. It is a movement of knowledge from left to right and right to left. So I need some feedback from you. I need you to type in the name of your city, where you're watching us from. I need you to then type in your age. Next thing, just type in your key stage. If you don't want to type your age, type in what key stage you are in. Remember, key stage 1 is if you are 5, 6, or 7 years old. Key stage 2, if you are 7 plus, 8, 9, 10, or 11. Key stage 3 is stage 3. If you are 11, 12, 13, or 14, depending on whether you're October born. And then key stage 4, if you are 14 to 16, and key stage 5, if you are 16 to 18. If you are undergraduate, type UG, because if you are a key stage 4 student, you must not just label this. You draw it, you color it, you label it, and you give me a description on the function of this layer, the function of the internal layer, and the function of the inner layer, and the function of the spoke. You must tell me why the seed is here, and the difference between an organic and so-called genetically modified. If it's either organic or genetically modified, seed or seedless, oranges. You must put that there. The vitamin that you get from oranges, you have to guess it. Put it there. I'm going to confirm it tomorrow. Lemon. Why is lemon important? Again, label it if you're key stage 4. Key stage 4. That if you're a teenager, you must draw, label, and describe. If you're an undergraduate student, we're going to talk about genetic modification of these products and how that has weakened our immune system. It was designed originally to help our immune system and how it's now weakened it. So you need to be able to put that down because I need to be able to see that. And then we are going to get you some additional information when it comes to the geography of your location. If you haven't typed in your geography, we will not be able to assist you. If you type in your geography, we will help you. If you haven't typed in your geography, we will not be able to assist you because your location is far more important in this wonderful learning exercise. Because I need to know what your location is so that we can support you in learning. And if you haven't shared this, please do share it with as many people as you can, because we need every person on planet Earth that is involved in learning to benefit from this. So if you're involved in learning or teaching, if you're involved in teaching and learning, you should benefit from this. But at 7 o'clock, we're going to do a final assessment and we're going to dump everything in. If you're just joining us, let me recap. Let me recap by saying that thank you for joining us rather late. We started a while back. We were expecting you to come in and participate right where you are joining us from. The city. The city you're joining us from. Please write it down. I need to know your city. And then I need to know what key stage you are in. Once I know what key stage you are in, we'll see how much we're going to involve you in the various activities. You must, therefore, submit today, latest 7 p.m., all your drawings. You must submit all your drawings today, and it has to be DM'd via Twitter. Except, of course, you are an EIE parent, you know which email to use. But if you're just watching this now, make sure you go and DM. That means direct mail on Twitter. So if you can just type my Twitter direct mail in the comments there, say at Chris Imafidon or at EIE Program. DM at EIE Program or DM at Chris Imafidon. You can only submit your work through Twitter. So follow us on Twitter and then we'll send it back. If you do not know how to set up, if you don't have a Twitter account, it is the most easy thing to do on planet Earth. It is painlessly easy and it costs you absolutely nothing. It won't cost you one dime to set up a Twitter page. If you do not like your photograph being there, fine. Take the photograph now. Just take the photograph of this wonderful looking orange. Take a photograph or take a screen capture now and use this orange as your profile photograph. I know some of you are very sensitive about putting things on social media. That's fine. Put this orange there. This is my orange. I bought it and I'm giving you permission. Take photograph and put it there so that you don't put any of your private photograph there, or those of you that are extremely worried about privacy. Fantastic. Use this now and DM the drawing of this and the labeling of this with your blessed hand. We don't want you to use any gadgets. We want you to get a piece of paper, draw a big circle, label it if you are in key stage 2, label and describe if you are in key stage 3 and 4. If you're doing any undergraduate, tell us about the genetics of each of them. So you do what key stage 1 we do, plus what key stage 2 we do, plus what key stage 3 we do, plus what key stage 4 we do. So if you're an A-level student, you must tell us about the genetics of this. What is the difference between a seed, can you see the seed, and some oranges that are completely seedless? And what is the vital ingredient in this vitamins that helps all of us, whether you are young or old, combat any virus attack because of something that is hidden here. Vitamins are hidden here, vitamins are hidden here. Your body is able to fight a viral attack. You need to do that research and send it to us today before what time? 7, to enter the competition to win any of these things. So remember, this t-shirt we're giving it out. We have to give it out. We have tons of this t-shirt and we are giving it out to the best scorer, because we are going to aggregate. That means we are going to add up all the people that submitted their work, the scores they get, and the highest scorer is going to walk away with that. Remember, depending on what category you belong to, the highest scorer also will also work out with this, and depending on what category you belong to, the highest scorer here will also work out of this. This is the memory stick, and it has £250 worth of books here. And depending again on whether you are key stage 5 or you are undergraduate, you will be able to walk away with this. So any person that is home, please note that. And then over to the entrepreneurs now. If you are an entrepreneur, you would have known one thing. I put a big post out there. The post was that be bold when everybody is scared, and be scared when everybody is bold. So everybody is scared now in terms of investment, in terms of opportunities. You need to know that. We will be discussing aspects of this book. That's the reason why I'm making this available to you for free. Some of you are going to win this. If not, you can go to W.A. Smith and get it. How he made his first billion. Going against the trend of popular opinion. In communist China, where nobody told you you could make money because it was communism. Huawei, he had no entrepreneurial training. What was his secret? What was his secret? We're going to have that discussed and walk through later. The Times of London, the New York Times, and what some people want to call the China Times. It's not really China Times, it's called China Daily. This is today's newspaper. We will be looking at what the significant, most important thing that our Chinese cousins that live in Wuhan did when they were in lockdown for 52 days. 52 days and it blew away. That's what happened in Wuhan. They were in lockdown for 52 days and it blew away. And I'm going to make this available to you, not just me. I'm not just going to get a copy. I need you to also get a copy. The only way I can give you a copy of this, I will discuss the content here, don't get me wrong, but I would also like you to have a copy, just like I have a copy. The only way you can get that is go right now at EIE program. Go right now, program, and click on follow. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. I'll be able to DM you the link. You will get a free copy of China Daily in your box. So you don't need to wait for me. So tomorrow's copy, you get a copy yourself. I'll share my copy with you, but you also get a copy. And then I'll tell you how to get a copy of the New York Times, so that you know what is happening in the USA, so you know what's happening in that continent, North American continent. And then I will tell you essentially how to get your free copy of the Times. So you get a free copy of the Times. That's my earpiece falling off. So you get a free copy of this. How do you get a free copy of this? And you must not watch television for more than 1 hour at a time. You cannot. Lockdown is not for television watching, it's for learning. Lockdown is for getting a new skill. I mean, you acquire a new skill. You learn a new language. So, if you want to learn a new human language, we will tell you the steps you need to take. If you want to learn a new computer language, so in this lockdown, you acquire a new computer skill and you'll be paid $600 every day you're in lockdown. Let me say this slowly. You acquire this new skill, you take the necessary steps in terms of including your new skill on your LinkedIn page. If you are not on LinkedIn, I will not be able to help you acquire a new job. I can't help you. If you're on LinkedIn, you will join me on LinkedIn. You will write there in your on your invitation note that you heard me on this channel, and then we'll tell you 5 steps you take, you get a job now, not tomorrow. Because remember, the supermarkets are opening longer hours. The filling stations have shut down. The restaurants have shut down. So there's a sector that requires your skills. There's a sector that requires your knowledge. There's a sector that requires what you can do now. And they are employing people now. Before I came on air, there was a phone call from a desperate agent wanting to employ someone. Let me say this slowly. There are people that want to employ you now. So if you're an unemployed person, please go now. Now. Don't wait until my broadcast ends. Go now to my Twitter page and click on my Twitter page and follow me. If you don't have a Twitter account, I can't help you, because the whole world is gone electronic, and we've been saying this for more than 12 years. If you go on my Twitter page, you see when my Twitter page was created. If you go on my Facebook page, you see what year it was created. If you go on my LinkedIn page, it will tell you what year it was created. This thing has been going on for more than a decade. You have to use the opportunity given to you. So if you are unemployed, there's an easy way to go about it. If you are an entrepreneur, then we're going to have a special session on how to be bold when everybody is scared, and how you can convert your fear straight into fortune. It is there. The biggest companies that have ever made it in life started at the worst economic cycle. Let me tell you, the economic cycle is down like here, a recession down here. The companies that have done it, I will give you 10 of them. 10 of the biggest companies on the planet Earth today started at the roughest time. So don't even think that poverty will come out of this. No, 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 no. It's vast opportunity disguised as so-called crisis. So you're going to take care of the health crisis, and we'll take care of the wealth crisis, and you will swim out of this happy that this came in your time, because this is the most exciting time to be alive. This is the best time to be alive. Nobody can be more excited at solving a global problem and then living to enjoy what it means to go through the darkest hour of humanity. Great hour. Because the darkest hour is followed by a great dawn. And how we are able to do that, we'll be able to talk to you. Please do not sit down and watch television all day thinking that there's weapons of mass destruction. This is not a weapon of mass destruction. This is a weapon of wealth creation. Type it down. This is not a weapon of mass destruction. It is a weapon of what? Wealth creation. If you don't know that, then you haven't used your sanitizer enough. If you use your sanitizer, you will find out that there is no specific microorganism that can kill a human being. Not one microorganism can kill a human being. That's why it's called a microorganism. If you follow the steps that we've told you, and you share what we've told you today, you can only swim out of the other side extremely wealthy. If you don't follow instructions, if you follow fear, it weakens your immune system. If you're stressed out, it weakens your immune system. I'm not saying it. It's scientifically proven. I'll give you the references. So I'll see all of you at 7 p.m. this evening. And those of you that are just joining, I'll recap for those of you that are just joining. And those on the inner one that can come in and join us in the private group. So we'll join those that are just EIE parents who can join us at the private session and private group. But all of you should know this.